5:20 now. 4 elements are considered in intelligence preparation for the battlefield: terrain, the enemy, civilian impacts, and of course weather.
That's where 9 on your side's April Madison and Cuyler digs come in. They accepted a challenge with the airmen and Army soldiers at Fort Huachuca Army Post to experience what it's like to gather weather data in a combat environment.
We've had reports of Denovian forces in a village just to the northeast of here. We're going to start pushing to our objective.
When we arrived, Cuyler and I were given full military gear. I feel like I'm going to lose balance.
What the Russians use, the common AK-47 sword. Wow.
Little did we know we were about to experience firsthand what it's like to be in the middle of a battle zone.
There you go. So you got about a 70-30 weight distribution. Your entire body points forward.
Taking fire is just part of the job at that point.
I'm Technical Sergeant Hardage, and today we're going to go over the mission brief for our mission.
We gathered in a tent, plotted our course of action, and we were off. Cuyler and I were partnered with 2 groups, Alpha and Bravo, hiking what I thought would be a never-ending uphill climb. I gained a little more respect for these soldiers with every step. I thought to myself, how far are we going, and just how does weather play a part in all of this?
Weather's as important as the terrain you fight on. Misfit Maine, Sparpole, are you ready to copy? Trying to fight uphill is miserable. Trying to fight in the rain is equally miserable. Trying to drive your trucks through heavy mud is nearly impossible. Understanding what the weather is currently. Wind data estimated. How copy? Over. Looking a couple days in the future, it changes how we fight, changes operations.
Present weather, no significant weather.
Line 5. No significant weather. Break.
And if forecasted wrong, it can be the difference between life and death.
Mostly clear. Break.
We began moving. And I asked myself again, where is Cuyler? And when will I know to start shooting? I was assured we would know, and then it happened.
They're in position.
Let's go this way.
Look down.
He's dead?
Yep.
Instantly, I watched my sergeant get shot right in front of me. Right. And found myself looking for any place to take shelter.
Get to this corner.
With no time to think, I just began shooting at every enemy I could see in my path. Knowing I could get shot at any time, but comforted that I was flanked by soldiers willing to take a bullet for me. And then it was over. I was safe. They discussed what they did wrong or could have done better. But they did well and how they worked as a team. I learned that Cuyler had been shot in the leg, but he said nothing. Not a word, not one complaint.
Ready?
Let's go. Knowing I had no chance of getting through this a 3rd time without getting shot, I decided to go all in. I mean, I've got real-life soldiers all around me. They get shot at with real bullets. How bad could a paintball be, right? Wrong. It happened. A sharp hit right to the thigh. Knowing I probably couldn't handle another hit, my team protected me until all the enemies were taken out.
And if asked if you would do it again.
Yeah. They took out the rest of the people. I made it through. Thankfully, I was basically up against a wall just going, oh, that hurt more than I thought that was going to hurt. And they took the rest out. And then we all kind of gathered, talked about, you know, there was actually a round 2 that you didn't see there that looked a lot like round 1, where I once again made it through. But then I made the mistake of saying, man, I'm kind of disappointed I didn't get shot. Combat 101, you don't say I'm kind of disappointed. So then they were like, okay, well then we'll do round 3 and you lead that charge. And so then, you know, I kind of walked into that
And so you learned about weather making a difference for these.
Yeah, I didn't really, you know, when we went into it, I thought, what is, you know, what do you mean weather training and combat? Like, how hard can it be? What does that really have to do with anything? And I get that weather's important, but watching like how far up they have to go to get their weather equipment to give them full readings, it's not the same sort of, they're not looking for, you know, mostly sunny, cool breeze. They're looking for, you know, dew points and fronts and what's coming in that's going to, they have to warn their people that are coming in and where they're headed, and you know, sometimes several days out. So it's a big deal. They have to know about the terrain and, you know, if there's mud places and stuff that's going to slow them down.
Well done, April.
Very
Thanks.
impressive.
You and
Thank you.
Cuyler.
How's
were-
that? How's that gunshot?
If I could show it to you, I would, but it's not pretty. We'll just leave it at that. It's
Still
not.
there.
Is it
pretty.
multicolored?
It is now. It was just black, but now it's starting to get a little more green. in
All right,
Pretty.
good.
Rainbow.
It's
Looks
healing.
like spin art, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's very beautiful.
Spin art.
It's very